The kitchen was bathed in a cold, artificial glow. The only sound was the low, persistent hum of the fluorescent lights overhead. Tommy the cat stood frozen, his nostrils twitching as the sharp, salty scent of aged cheddar filled the air. There it was, sitting on the counter like a golden prize. He began to move, his body low to the ground, muscles rippling under his fur. Every clawed foot pressed silently against the cold linoleum floor, avoiding the slightest creak. He was a shadow in the night, a hunter focused solely on his prey. But he wasn't alone. From the dark, narrow gap beneath the refrigerator, two small, bright eyes watched his every move. Jerry gripped the edge of the cheese, his tiny heart racing, waiting for the perfect moment to strike back. The hunt had officially begun, and the stakes in this kitchen were higher than ever. As Tommy passed the sink, his eyes remained locked on the cheese, never noticing the yellow obstacle Jerry had expertly placed in his path. Tommy accelerated, his heavy paws thudding against the floor. Then, disaster struck. His front paw connected with a slick banana peel. His momentum became his enemy. Whoa! His expression screamed as he began to slide uncontrollably across the kitchen floor. His arms flailed wildly, looking for a handhold that wasn't there. He careened into a hanging rack of pots and pans. A deafening metallic clang echoed through the house as heavy copper lids crashed onto his head one by one. Dazed and spinning, he couldn't stop. He continued his journey across the linoleum until he slammed face first into the pantry door with a solid thud. He peeled himself off the wood, his face twitching in a mixture of pain and absolute fury. Tommy had finally had enough. He wasn't just hungry anymore. He was vengeful. He scrambled to his feet, grabbing a spool of heavy twine and a thick mesh net from the utility drawer. With the precision of a master engineer, he began rigging a complex trap directly over the cheese. He looped the string over the light fixture, securing the net so it hung poised like a spider. He retreated behind a wooden chair, holding the end of the string with a trembling paw. Jerry emerged from the shadows, stopping just inches from the bait. He sniffed the air, his whiskers twitching. He knew. Reaching into his tiny pocket, Jerry pulled out a pair of miniature scissors. With a quick snip, the tension vanished. The net dropped instantly, but not on Jerry. It collapsed right on top of Tommy, pinning the cat to the floor in a tangled mess of rope. Tommy let out a frustrated roar, kicking the netting aside with desperate strength. He spotted a heavy frying pan on the stove and grabbed it. This was it. He charged at full speed, swinging the heavy metal with all his might. Jerry didn't panic. He simply stepped behind a cupboard door. Tommy couldn't stop. He smashed face first into the solid oak, the impact ringing out like a massive cathedral gong. The world began to spin. Tiny stars appeared in a circle around his ears, chirping a mocking tune as he staggered backward on shaky legs. The battle was over. Jerry sat calmly atop the toaster, nibbling a perfect corner of the cheddar. Tommy's body finally gave out, hitting the floor with a dull, heavy thud. On the wall, a digital scoreboard flickered to life, displaying a humiliating 0 for the cat and a bright 1 for the mouse. Jerry looked at the camera, gave a cheeky wink, and the kitchen faded into darkness.